Hi everyone, welcome to day 10 of the Girl Boss Basics training. Today's subject is a big one, and I'm going to try to keep this to 10 minutes, but I have a lot of really great information for you guys that I hope is going to help you be successful in the long run on this subject. So the subject today is Shakeology. We're going to talk about some tips I have with how to share it effectively and share the value of it. I'm going to share with you some tips on retention and how to help people be successful with it so they want to continue doing it. And then I just want to talk to you guys starting out a little bit about why it's important. So the reason Shakeology, it's a two-part thing, and why Shakeology is so important, at least in my mind as a coach who's been doing this for 2 years, who actively drinks it every single day and was a challenger first. With a challenger, when you have a new person that you're working with and they invest in a challenge pack or they invest in Shakeology, they're investing in their health. They're putting some type of money into their health and saying that they value it enough that they know that Shakeology is going to help them health-wise, and that you know that it's going to help them health-wise, and so they put this money into it. And so there's so many health benefits to Shakeology. So someone actually investing in it and saying, my health is important to me. I know there's a lot of nutrition in it, or I know that you're saying that there's a lot of nutrition and vitamins in it. And they want to take it seriously. I mean, this is a lot of money that they just spent on their health. And so it's really important for that reason that we want people to be doing it. It's going to help them health-wise. It's going to help them with losing weight. It's going to give them that energy that they need because they're getting the nutrients and vitamins that they need. For me personally, I hate vegetables. Everybody knows that. So I don't personally get the health benefits I should be getting every day from my nutrition. I know I'm not 100% on, but I know every single morning for breakfast that one meal is going to be Shakeology and it's going to be amazing. And there's a lot of other people like that are like me out there too, or who just don't eat good all day and they need that one good dose of nutrition. So one reason is because it's good for our challengers, and it tends to be that the people who do Shakeology in a workout program with me tend to be more successful. Not all the time, but they tend to be more successful. If they commit all in and they go for it, they tend to have more success long term. The other reason on a business level, purely a business level, is that Shakeology is where you get your residual, one of the places you get your residual income. So when someone buys a workout program from you, you get that commission from the first month. And who knows, they might buy Shakeology down the road. They might buy another workout program, but you don't really have like a good set and residual income from that. You get your one-time commission, and then the following month, no commission comes off of that person typically. If they buy Shakeology, if they buy a challenge pack, and they love the Shakeology, and you help them to love it, which I'm going to help you with tips on that. If you help them love it, and they get it the following month, that's I think it's like a $32 commission. That can add up really, really fast. Trust me on that one. At one point, I think in my first 6-8 months of coaching, I had 50 people. This is before I started building a team and started to have more people sign up as coaches. I had like 50 people on Shakeology Home Direct at one point. And I was like, oh my God, every single month. There was like 2 or 3 months in a row. And when you multiply that out, what is that, $1,500 a month? It was crazy. And so it starts to add up for you. It's a lot of money. So on a long-term success, you want people to love Shakeology for the business level so that you can start to build a residual income from it. So now that you know why it's important, tips on how to talk to people about Shakeology. First and foremost, go to your Shakeology website and become knowledgeable. Watch a couple videos. You have a ton of videos on your website, or go to YouTube and Google through Beachbody Shakeology videos. Get a couple that you like that you can share with people, but also understand what Shakeology is. If you say Shakeology is a protein drink, we got problems. It is a meal replacement shake. It takes up a whole meal. So you are basically taking away the value of what Shakeology is if you're talking to someone and you don't understand what it is. In our script that we provided earlier, I think it was last week, There's a whole paragraph about what Shakeology is, that has nutrients, vitamins that your body needs, that it's going to help you with energy, that it's going to help you curb cravings. It gives all of those benefits in one solid paragraph. You want to be knowledgeable about that. You want to be able to talk to someone and be able to explain that to them, be able to really explain what Shakeology is and why it's important to their health. Once again, if you're just saying it's a shake and that you like it because it's chocolate, they're not going to get on board with paying $130 for that, guys. You have to present the value. The other part of it is sharing your own personal story, which is one of the assignments for today, is why do you love Shakeology? People can listen to a million facts about Shakeology. They can listen to a bunch of information about what's in it and what it does for you, but they want to hear what it's done for you. Some of you are going to say, I've only been drinking a month or two and I've only seen some small changes. So share your small changes, and also ask for coaches like us who have been drinking it longer, who are in your upline. Ask for our personal statements and feel free to share those with people. You know, my coach has actually been drinking it for a little over 2 years and it's done this for her. Every person I talk to about Shakeology, I make sure to put my 2 cents in about what Shakeology has helped me do. When I do that, I feel like people relate back to me and they understand that, like, I'm a real person who's drinking it, who's having real results. I'm not someone in an infomercial. I'm not someone in a pamphlet. I'm a real person that they know that they're talking to. So you need to be able to speak on your own feelings. If you don't drink Shakeology, you better collect some testimonials from other people, but you need to have some real value. And if you're not drinking it and you can, you really should, because as a coach, it's going to help you in the long run. So that's that part of it on sharing on it. Then when it comes to cost, so you want to present the value of what they're getting. So if you say to someone, and we're not, challenge packs aside, you're just talking to someone about Shakeology, you say to someone, they say, what's the cost for Shakeology? And you say, it's $130. And that's all you say. You don't break it down for them at all. They're going to go, oh, $130, because it's a lot of money. But if you start to break it down, you're going to notice that more and more people are going to react with a different response when you break it down per day or per week, what they're going to be spending. And then you tell them it's per meal. It's not just per shake, it's per meal. So I'm spending $4.33 to get the best meal of my day for breakfast. That's what I'm spending. And when I explain it to people like that, and I actually break it down that we fit it into our grocery budget, which we do, and that, you know, it's better than me eating out for breakfast, it's better than me grabbing a Starbucks, it's better than me grabbing lunch out, which is what a lot of people do, you're going to notice more and more people go, oh, I go, or I sometimes I'll even say to people when they say, wow, that's really expensive, I go, do you go out for lunch? Do you drink? You know, and a lot of times people will say yes. And then they're like, oh, I spent $8 to go get some crappy food at a fast food joint and a pop. And then they feel gross afterwards. This is going to make them feel good. This is going to help their health. So it's worth that $4.33. You can even build it. It's in the script, but you can build it in with challenge packs too, explaining the value of the Shakeology and that it's only a certain amount extra to get a workout program like PIO for $10. You never want to belittle the value of Shakeology. A lot of people like to do that, and I'm like, no, Shakeology is the biggest value that they can get because it's taking up a whole meal for them and it's a healthy meal. So make sure you're using the script with the way that it breaks down. Don't just throw numbers at people and not explain what they're actually getting for it, that it's going to replace a meal at a certain amount. People are still going to say no. So you just keep following up with them. You keep giving them information. You suggest the Shakeology sampler pack if they want to try it, but don't give up on people because they say no the first time on Shakeology. You guys watching this video might have said no on the first time. I know I did. Cost stopped me, but it was my coach, you know, sticking with me and me eventually trying it that finally made me go, I'm going to do this. So now you get someone who signs up and they like it and you're done, right? Yeah, you sold a challenge pack, you sold Shakeology. No, the work has just begun. So one of the things you want to do is be able to have retention or have people have success with Shakeology is another way to look at it. Some of the things that I do, my top tips, and I want to keep this to 10 minutes, so I'm going to go a little quick, but some of my top tips I want you guys to write down. One is when people order Shakeology from me, I immediately send them some tips, my own personal tips on how I mix Shakeology, things that I've learned, what people have, you know, I've learned from the people I work with, just some tips and suggestions, like I mix with a blender. Most people like it with something like milk or almond milk, or, you know, now a lot of people love it with water. Try different recipes. You might not love it on the first try, different things like that. Then I also provide with them a couple of my favorite recipes and a link to my Shakeology website that also has a link to recipes. And so I want people to get the Shakeology and start drinking it and not hate it. I want them to enjoy it. So you have to help them find different ways. So that's the first thing I send to them. And then I check back in with them when they've gotten the Shakeology in the mail. So I try to keep an eye on those people and I try to message them. Usually challenge groups coming up, so it's a good opportunity to talk to them anyways. But I message them, you know, I ask them if they've started it, if they have any questions, what they think of it. A lot of times people will say to me, I didn't like this taste, or I'm not really a big fan of this flavor. And you can let people know they can change flavors. They can do that right on the website. If they didn't like a certain mixture, I encourage them to try it different ways. If they're like, well, it was too thick, I'm like, add some water. It was too sweet, try this. You know what I mean? You just want to encourage them to try different things. You don't want them to spend $130 on a bag of Shakeology and let it sit on the counter. So you want to help them be successful with it. You want to continue to follow up with those people. And about 2 weeks after they order, I message them, no matter if they're, you know, liking it or not. And I just ask them, I say, you know, how's the Shakeology going? Are you still enjoying it? Or have you learned to enjoy it? And then I say, are you wanting to continue it? You know, would you like to delay, or would you like to continue getting it every single month? This is a good opportunity then for you to talk to them about a couple different things. One, do they want to just keep getting it and get it at the regular cost? If they want to keep getting it, do they want to get it at the coach discount cost, which is 25% off? For US people, that they save about $16 per month after paying the coach fee. Or do they want to cancel it? And you don't want someone to get hit with another bag of Shakeology if they're not ready for it. You could lose someone. You could potentially lose working with someone because that happened. So you want to give it a couple weeks before the next order comes. And that way also, if they're interested in coaching, you can get them on a What is Coaching webinar. You can get on the phone with them and explain it to them. You're not rushing. You're giving yourself ample time to explain to them how to save on the discount. But if people say they can't afford it, the coach discount is a great idea. They can delay and get it every other month and maybe drink it every other day. Usually when people come back to me with reasons that they want to cancel with, I mean, if they're really like, I hate it, it was really gross, it's not for me, I give them the cancel phone number. I mean, there's not much you can do at that point if they really hated it. But if they didn't like the flavor, or the cost is too much, and they're looking to save money, we have different things to help them. They can change flavors. They can get the coach discount. So there's different ways that you can help them to see if they can fit it still into their life and still keep doing it. I also like to follow up with all of my Shakeology Home Direct people every single month, just once a month, even if they're not in challenge groups, but just to check in, see how they're doing, give them a little extra love. They're my first people that I try to throw into challenge groups. If I have extra spaces, I always try to offer it out to my Shakeology Home Direct people. And I keep checking up with those people that are Shakeology Home Direct to see if they want to sign up for the coaching discount, because building a team is your other way to get a residual income. So although the $32 commission every month is nice, if they become a coach and they're successful at it, not only are you going to get the PV from them ordering Shakeology every month, but you're also going to have them building their own teams and them creating volume by people ordering from them. So there's a big long-term bonus between having someone on Shakeology Home Direct every month and then potentially being a coach and being really successful at it. So that's it. That is a whole bunch of information. I went way over 10 minutes, so I apologize, but I hope that that was helpful for you guys. Don't make sure that you do the assignments for today. And if you have any questions about Shakeology at all, let me or Annie or your upline coach know. Have a great day, everyone.